Hey everyone, welcome to Sims World. And right now, I want to do two main things in this episode. The first thing being, um, Jonah is going to go ahead and visit his other kids besides Nicole. Um, I'm going to go around and visit every one of them in this episode, which means he'll probably be going to visit Noah in this episode. And then he has Michael and Noah and Vincent in this episode. Um, and he also will have to deal with something with Jack in this episode. And that is, right now, Jack is kindly being stuck at, he's stuck at school because the school has come to find out that both his biological parents are no longer with him and he is a child. So these guys don't know about why Jack hasn't came home yet. They're trying to figure that out. They've contacted the school, and the school said they're currently working on something, and they're trying to locate the most recent person for him to kind of be adopted by or taken care of by. And necessarily it can't be Nicole because they never really even asked Nicole yet. But I kind of think that Jonah would step in because Jonah, if I remember right, Jonah is Catherine's brother, which would make him nothing really to Jack, besides maybe kind of like a step uncle in a sense. I don't know how that would work, but I'm assuming it would be more like a step uncle, and Jonah's gonna go ahead and adopt Jack as his own, not as his child, but to make sure that he's taken care of, because he's raised four children. Well, yeah, four children, and that's all that matters. So I think the school has issued it now for him to be able to come back here, and Jonah is going to go ahead and mark him as a care dependent, meaning that he will be looking out over Jack, and Jack will kind of have to follow Jonah's instructions because he's kind of already dealt with the whole kids thing, and I don't think he's really going to try to have any more because he's already has four children out there. Obviously, one of them is no longer with us, and Michael, but he still does have three children out there. One of them being in this house, and then the other two living by themselves, which don't even know Jonah's back yet. So this is going to be a little bit of a surprise for them in the morning, but it's going to be really interesting in the morning. So I'm going to wait for them to get up and all that, and I'll be back in a bit. Also, guys, I just realized that it's also Azriel's birthday today, so I will be aging her up very soon. I'm actually going to go ahead and do that now, since it is technically her birthday now. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then in the morning we will pick up with the Jonah thing, and I'll show you guys her look then as well. So for her, I kind of think because she was born like a demon, part angelic, as well as a vampire, because of her mom being a former vampire, she still had a little bit of the genes still left in her. Um, I think that she's going to be a little bit of a charmer because she can use a lot of powers to make people charmed, and I think that's what's going to matter. And I'm not even going to show you her base look because I'm going to show you what she looks like after I edit her up. This is Azriel's everyday look, her formal look, her sleepwear, her party look, swimwear, hot weather, and cold weather. Now let's wait till the morning to see Jonah go meet up with his sons. Okay, I did not realize this, but in the end of this episode, we'll have to edit up the twins because I don't think that they were teens the last time we were here. So they definitely aged up. So I'm gonna have to edit up their looks, them. But it is getting closer to morning, but it's still a little bit too early for him to go around to the new lot. So I'm gonna have to wait. Okay, so Jonah is here. He's really, really cold because it's snowing here, but we're gonna go ahead and have him knock on the door so he don't freeze to death. But anyways, and hopefully Noah and them are here, but we're here at Noah's place to kind of visit. Oh, Noah is here, so Noah's the one that said, "Come on in." The door's open, and he said, "I'm in my room." So, I mean, obviously he don't know what the room is, but he kind of heard him, so he kind of thinks. He's like, Noah's not really paying much attention right now. I think he's seen him now. He realizes that it's his dad, and I think he's like taken back. Like, I don't think he knows how to feel. Like, he thinks that his dad was dead, which he was. And he's been gone for a while now, and he's like, how are you even here? And he said, I was resurrected. And he said, Sabrina? And he said, who's Sabrina? Because he never even met Sabrina or Ambrose yet. He's like, who's Sabrina? And he's like, if Sabrina didn't do it, then who resurrected you? And he said, Judas, Nicole's boyfriend. He is an angel, and he resurrected me, and I'm back, but he was only able to resurrect me one person because he was trying to bring back your Aunt Catherine. However, she was already gone, and I was in limbo, and he was able to bring me back. And he's like, he said, I wish, he said, Vincent, he said, was here. He said, Vincent is Violet. She, um, she had a sex change, and, I would love for you to meet him. Someone just, oh, that's Pepper. So he's like, well, who's this woman? He said, that's Pepper. She is a friend of ours that just kind of like she's a roommate that was kind of similar to you, actually, was resurrected. And he said, I don't know where Vincent is. He's around here somewhere. He might have even went out. Because I don't see him anywhere. But he said, but obviously Sabrina and Ambrose are at school. But I mean, I think Michael would love for you to meet Sabrina, his daughter, and I would love for you to meet my son Ambrose. He said if you could come back another time, we would love to meet them. But I'm sorry, I'm just taken back that, I mean, I never really expected for you to be here like this. And he's like, now he's talking to Pepper, but that was before. I think that Noah right now is just kind of like trying to make sure that everything is real. Like, he's got his father back and another friend, like a friend or whatever, that both of them were recently brought back to life. And he's like, I would love to meet Vincent, is what Noah said, which was Violet. Now that she's had a sex change, he said, I would love to meet him. I don't know where he is. He might be at work. That's another thing. He might be at work. So maybe another time, maybe the next episode or whatever, we can invite Noah and them over, or vice versa. We can have Noah invite him over in the next Sims world. But with that said, I think we're gonna go ahead and head back home. I think he just wanted to see Noah, and Noah's like, "Well, I mean, Dad, obviously you're welcome back here. I know if you ever want to come back. I mean, I think he's really shocked. Oh, actually, Vincent is home now. He's cold, so go ahead and get inside before you freeze to death, Vincent. Your father is here, so why don't you go here, Jonah, and talk to Vincent, which is actually Violet, which I believe, if I'm right, the last time he's seen Violet, well, obviously was before the sex change, but also was when she was, I believe, young, because I think she was just about to become a teenager. So it's been a little while. So I don't even know if he'll remember. He's like, Dad? He's like, you... He said, I hope that you approve. And he's like, of my decision. I think you would. And he's like, honestly, I'm just happy that you're happy, and I'm happy to be back in each and every one of my kids' lives. He said, I know I really wasn't always there for you. I know, he said, during the end of my life, my previous life, I kind of just abandoned you with your brothers, which I thought was wrong. And I would really like to have a better relationship with my kids, and that's what I'm focusing on in my life now. So he said, it was nice to see you guys, but I do got to get back. Um, so he's going to go ahead and head home. And I think once we get there, we're going to edit up the twins' looks now that they aged up. And then I think we're going to go ahead and end this one out. I know this one was a little bit shorter, guys, but I didn't really have anything big planned in this episode, just because I do have a big storyline planned, and I don't want that storyline to go to waste, but I just wanted to do that storyline at a later date. So with that said, I'll be aging up the twins in a little bit. So give me a few minutes. Okay, so Jessica is first. For her, I kind of went down the vibes of, they're very different, the twins are now. I mean, they were identical twins, and if you look really close in their face, you could tell they are. However, they do have different personalities. So Jessica, I kind of thought the vibes that maybe she's more into, like, fashion and all that. This is just her everyday look. She's more into fashion, and this look she just kind of stole from her mother, which is Catherine. This was her mother's clothes. She's kind of wore them. Now this look here is where her fashion's really starting to show. This is her formal look. This is her athletic wear. I don't think she really cares much about her weight, to be honest with you. I think she's not really worried about being curvy. I think she's more so worried about, like, her beauty, because she thinks she's like God's gift to the world. That's what I kind of think that Jessica's is. In her eyes, this is her sleepwear. Nothing too fancy there. This is her party look. This is temporarily, because I don't know what else really to put on her right now. But this I kind of thought was be really, really glamorous type. Her swimwear, I kind of think the vibes, like, she would kind of dress kind of similar to, like, old-fashioned classic type of looks. And this is the closest thing I could think of. Then we have this look here, which is her hot weather. look, which I think really is beautiful look on her. And then we have her cold weather look, which is looks like she's really rich type person, and that's kind of what I think that she's gonna be like. I think she's definitely gonna be like a mean sim. And currently they gave her the genius and gloomy a little bit, but that could be because of certain things. Like maybe she feels like somebody might be a little bit more prettier than her in some cases, which I don't think she's going to take too well to. But I think she could be our very first mean sim that we have. That's actually one of our born sims in the series. Now let's go ahead into her sister, which is absolutely different than Jessica, as you can already tell. I think she doesn't really focus more on beauty. I think she more focuses on herself. Like she feels like she's beautiful in her own body no matter what. Like she's definitely a little bit less curvy than her sister, which is fine, and I'm not saying that her sister isn't beautiful as well, but I think she kind of feels like she would rather work or worry about the earth and all that and worry about herself more than just inner beauty and beauty itself. So she doesn't really have much glamorous looks. Now, this look here, her formal look, um, I'm pretending like when she goes out for whatever, her sister does her or gives her this dress as like a formal look for her. Now her, as you can see, like her athletic look, she's gonna look a little bit different than like her sister. This is her sleepwear, her party wear. Like I said, she's definitely a different like sim than her sister is. She's not really worried about fashion or what other people think about her. She's more worried about real things in life. And the swimwear is really good as well on her. This is her hot weather. Again, not really worried about too much of anything. And then her cold weather, again, I think she's a really like a different type of sim. Like she's definitely different than any other type of sim I've had in the past. And it gave her, she wants to be a chef, which is really interesting, which I can change that, but um she's a cheerful and outgoing. So I definitely think that this fits her really well. And also, by the way, if you guys were wondering why I did Azriel the way I did with like kind of like the darker hair and all that, because you guys have to remember she has a little bit of the darkness inside of her because of her father used to be um a demon and her grandfather is a demon. Her grandfather is Lucifer. So, I mean, she's definitely has a little bit of evil inside of her, but she's a really powerful being, and that's why I did that. But thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, and I'm going to go ahead and end it out here. Peace. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.